Alright, here we are in my basement office. This is a little bit late probably, but I wanted to give you guys a couple of ideas if you're buying gifts for yourself, or if you're buying a gift for your fixer and you just can't, most fixers, myself included, when you need something you go buy it. But if you're looking for a cool gift, I want to talk about this real quick. It's called Sugru. Maybe I'm saying that wrong, but that's how I say it, Sugru. It's a really cool little fix-all. Think about it's like super glue with flexibility and substance. You can do all kinds of things with this. I'm going to show you a couple things, but you can really fix just about anything. Bond to just about any surface. I've never tried to have it bond to something that it didn't work out. And it comes in these little sealed packets. So I'm going to show you a couple things that I've fixed with it. Then we're actually going to fix something, because this is the fix after all. First thing is, I'll give you a quick close-up. I've got this Spigen case for my phone, and I really liked it, but the buttons just didn't stick out. So the volume buttons, I use a Google Pixel 3 XL, and one of the fancy things about it is if you accidentally press and hold volume up and volume down at the same time for like not even that long, it turns on accessibility, and then it's like talking to you, and it's kind of obnoxious. And this case did kind of make the volume button a little less easy to find, so I used Sugru to just apply a couple of little tiny bumps, and in and out of my pocket, this has stuck to the case like it's nobody's business. So that's one really cool thing. Another thing you can do is use it to make wall hooks. I've got my headphones hanging on the wall over here. And you can kind of see how I've just formed a little hook in the shape of a shark fin, and my headphones can set on there, and it's pretty easy. It can hold their weight just fine. Another thing that you can do, which I'm going to demonstrate, is you can repair zipper pulls. If you have a zipper pull that's pulled off, I've got an Osprey bag that I've probably drugged for 1,000 miles or more. I've had it for many years, but the zipper pulls pulled off early on. The best thing I've found to fix them is Sugru, and I'll show you that. Another thing, believe it or not, you can make hinges with it. So this is an old, this is a set of hair clippers that I've had for a long time. You can see here where the lid, it used to be this plastic hinge, and it broke off. And for years I just kind of dealt with it. And then when my wife got me some Sugru for a gift a while back, I thought, maybe I'll try this. So I've made 3 hinge points here. And you can see the middle one I made just a little bit too thin, but the other 2 have held up, and it works out, and you can clasp the front of the box and it stays shut. That is a pretty amazing fix. Let's take a look at this stuff a little bit closer and see how it works. And I'm going to fix 2 things. One is going to be a cord, and one is going to be a broken zipper pull. So Sugru comes in these fancy little packets. It's kind of a single-use packet. There's enough in there to do a couple of small projects. You could also use multiple packets and combine them. But it's important that these stay sealed, because what you do is you cut along the line as indicated here. I love that they've even thought of how to engineer this to get every little bit out of it. Then you open up the packet. But this stuff is activated by the air, actually. So once it's out, you begin to knead it together, and don't worry about it getting on your skin. It actually cleans off your skin really easy with just a little bit of Kleenex or toilet paper or paper towel. You can see it's very pliable, very moldable. And once you get it so the texture is nice and even, you can see there is a little bit sticking to my fingers. It's not too bad. Then you can apply it to whatever needs to be fixed. Let it sit for 24 hours and voila. What we're going to fix This is actually an old school mini USB cord. This happens all too often. I mean, I don't, these aren't floating around. Sure, I could buy a new one, but I really like the length of this one. There are a lot of different reasons. I want to keep this cord. What I'm going to do is just pull out just the smallest bit. Make sure the surface is clean, but you don't have to like clean it with alcohol or anything like that. And I'm just going to take and form a ring around here, and then just mold it into place just like silly putty or something. And what that will do is bond to both the cord and the housing here, and just create a protection for those exposed wires. Now, I probably wouldn't recommend using this to, like, I don't know, insulate high voltage wires or something like that. I'm just going to let it sit overnight and it will be fixed good as new. The next thing we're going to fix with this is going to be a zipper pull. Now you can see I've fixed this one in the past. This other side broke. You can see I've fixed it with some Velcro. And this is working okay, but it does leave some to be desired. I'm gonna get rid of this because I feel like it's a little bit short. I've got a piece of an old shoelace here that I'm gonna use. So I'm just gonna cut off maybe 3 or 4 inches of this. There should be plenty. I kind of feel like the bigger hole is a little bit better for a zipper. So what I'm going to do is loop this through here twice. And then what I want to do is just form a little bit of a knot, something for the Sugru to mold around. Knot tying skills are horrible today, apparently. And then I'm going to tie a slightly different knot in this side. Don't criticize me for the way I'm tying these knots. I mean, it could be any number. I can tie them together and form the loop and then just make the pull. Just tied a granny knot, though. I'm not going to do that. Gonna not tie a knot. Sorry. So there, I've just tied a square knot in this side. I'm going to trim off the excess. I'm going to work this first layer into the shoelace a little bit. Don't worry about, like, all of this will firm up overnight. Just want to seal it all up. And I am being careful here not to get it on the bag. And then if I want to now, I could flatten it just a little to give it a little bit of a thumbprint. Leave it overnight and that will harden and I'll have a fixed zipper. I'm going to figure out something else to do with this last little bit. Oh, one other example I failed to mention is modifying gaming controllers or keyboards. Check this out. So I've modified my gaming keyboard here. This is obviously my directional keys and I use something different there, but for my weapon select keys, I've just put some Sugru mounds there and it just makes the keys stick out a little bit more. I'm not a good gamer, so I need things like this to give me a little more dexterity. So there you have it, Sugru. I freaking love this stuff. It's not very expensive. You can pick it up on Amazon or you can buy it from their website directly. I did want to show you real quick to clean up. So there's a little bit left on my fingers there. If you just take some, this is just Kleenex, rub right off Kleenex or nasal tissue, facial tissue, that's what it is. It comes right off, you can see. Your fingers feel a little more slick, a little more shiny for a couple of days after. Shoot, maybe I should use it all the time. Anyway, I hope that's a good suggestion for your fixer. For me, it's become just as critical tool as duct tape and super glue. Sugru, it's like the trifecta of fixables, fixing material. Check it out. I'll put a link to their website in the description. And also, this is not paid promotion. I just freaking love this stuff. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe and check it out for more fix ideas, more tips and tricks and random stuff that I share. Catch you next time. Voila.